Okay, so you help people break free from limiting beliefs.
Yes.
And I have so many tools for people to walk through their fears because it's all in their head.
Yeah.
And here you are, you're an example of breaking free from limiting beliefs, Utah, because there's your peeps. And we can be and do whatever we want in this life, as long as we want to. And you're helping others. So I feel like service is such a big part of it. You're a living example of the two things we need most in this life: community and service, and being full of love, which you are, obviously. So how do you help other people break free from their limiting belief?
The hero archetype. Like I'm an Aries, I'm a Scorpio, I'm pretty in my masculine, like I'm just very fiery, right? And so my philosophy with beliefs, there's two parts of it, right? So I'll start with this first. So let's talk about how to actually work through the belief, and then I'll talk about kind of my fiery approach and a little bit of guidance around the belief work. So first off, when I work with beliefs with my clients, the first thing is just realizing that all beliefs are fake. Like all thoughts are perceptions. Everything is completely neutral, and humans have created all these different perceptions and thoughts and beliefs, right? And even things that feel like fact, they're still beliefs, but they're just beliefs that we all agree upon, right? Because everything is just completely neutral. And when you can really land into that concept, I think that's when you can actually start to shift your beliefs, because you can really just look at a belief and you take your power back from it, because you just realize it's literally just like a made up thing. You can believe whatever the fuck you want, even the ones, again, that feel very, very true. So the reason beliefs feel very, very true, and why beliefs might even manifest in your life and show themselves to be true, is because, right, we are always finding evidence to support our beliefs. And guys, I love affirmations. I love them, but I think there's a missing piece to affirmations. And the missing piece is this evidence piece. So when we obtain a belief that, like, I'm not good enough, we live our life through a filter where we are constantly gaining evidence to support that belief. So, you do something and you don't live up to, what you thought you were going to. All right, boom. That's like, you can put like a little tally mark under I'm not good enough. And then you keep going through life, and here's another experience, and this person rejected you. And you just keep adding up these tally marks of like, see, here's 50 reasons why I'm not good enough. But the thing is, there's also a lot of evidence to prove that you were good enough. You just didn't see it because you were living through this filter. So when we start shifting our beliefs and you start deciding, okay, I don't want to believe this anymore, I want to believe this other thing. All right, write your affirmations. Like, I'm all for it. Write your affirmations. But when you write your affirmations, also write evidence that supports those new affirmations. So if you're trying to shift into I am good enough, okay, in your journal, write I am good enough. And then
say, I am great. How about I am great?
Or I am great. Yeah, I'm great. Yeah, whatever language you want to use. We can even use, like money is scarce, right? That's a great one. Like, there is money in the world. I do have access
money
to money.
Flows easily and effortlessly to me. Continuously, easily and effortlessly to me.
Yep. Yeah. Whatever language you want to use. But then you ask, okay, why? What proves this to be true? And then you have to start shifting your filter, right? Because a lot of people, they'll write down, I deserve, like, there's a man out there that's going to treat me right, and he's on his way to me. And then they go out into their life and they're literally just seeing all these shitty men, and they're like, oh, he sucks and he sucks and he just cheated on my friend, and look at this guy. All right, well, you just wrote 10 times in your journal, I believe there's a good guy, there's good men out there. And then you're looking at just all the men that suck. So shift the filter and start finding the men that don't suck, right? Start adding on that evidence and be like, oh, well, you know what? Aunt Kelly, her husband's really sweet to her. And, oh, I just saw this TikTok video of this guy that did this really kind thing for his wife. And you start building the evidence for your new belief. And when you have enough evidence to support the new belief, that new belief will outweigh the past belief, right? But it is about, it's not just about just saying it and just being like, I'm great, I'm great, I'm great. It's about actually going into your life and intentionally building up the case for that belief and saying, okay, why am I great? Okay, well, here's a reason, and here's a reason. And let me go throughout my day and, really, really like, support that belief, just like I supported my old belief.
It's like when you want that certain type of car and suddenly they appear everywhere and you start seeing them everywhere.
Exactly.
It's also whatever you tell yourself, you're right. Like whatever you want to.
Oh yeah. I lived through my filter of the filter of I suck all my teenage years. And oh my gosh, it was like everything, here's a great example. Like imagine you go into a party and you walk in and you believe that you are annoying and like no one really likes you, right? I felt that as a teenager. I was like, no one really wants to hang out with me. Like I'm annoying or I'm weird or whatever. And you walk in and as soon as you walk in, you see someone in the corner roll their eyes and immediately you're like, oh my God, they just saw me and they're annoyed that I'm here. They're probably like, who invited her? And I add that to my evidence box of like, see, I'm like, guys, see, I am annoying. When really he was rolling his eyes to something fucking different.
Somebody was talking to, had nothing to do with you. It's the whole like.
Exactly. Yeah. And then imagine you walk in and you're like, I love myself. Everyone's obsessed with me. You could walk in and see someone like literally light up when you walk in the room, but it was like they saw someone behind you, right? And you see it and you're like, oh my God, yeah, they're so happy I'm here. Like everyone loves me. You add that to the evidence.
Yeah.
Dude, everything's neutral. And you just
also, before you walk in, do your Superwoman pose. Put your hands on your waist. And it just does something to endorphins in your brain too.
So, totally. Oh my God. Yeah. Posture is so huge. Yeah. So huge. Yeah. So that's kind of my process with beliefs and my take on like the actual work of moving through it. Mm-hmm. But then the other part of me, what I was saying about me being a little bit fiery and a little bit of like this hero, just do it archetype is hard. So there's a time and a place to work through the limiting belief. There's a time and a place to journal about it and really like see where did it come from and this and that. Other times, you guys, you just need to hear the thought and just say, just shut the fuck up. Honestly, just you hear it, you hear because it's not you, right? Your brain is like,
thanks for sharing and just go.
Yeah. Your brain is like, I'm not good enough. And you just say to your brain, hi brain, like, that's so interesting. You think that, but like, I'm not going to listen to that today. It's the whole, feel the fear and do it anyway.
Yeah.
You can still go after your dreams with self-doubt. You can still go after your dreams with imposter syndrome, with fear. And you should walk with it, right? Because it's not about necessarily getting rid of the negative thoughts. I believe that confidence is a choice, truly. Yes, it's
yeah.
Dude, yesterday I was like having
the human condition.
Yeah.
You'll go through it. Anytime you do anything new, it's going to rear its head at some point.
Yeah.
Like, who do you think you are doing X, Y, and Z, whatever it is?
Exactly. It's about what you do with that thought that creates the confidence. Truly. It's not about not having the thought. It's about what you do with it. Like, yesterday I don't know why I was like, I've been doing this work for 7-8 years. And I was like looking in the mirror and I was like, oh my God, I look so ugly. Like, why? And I just stopped and I'm like, that's dumb. Like, I'm just not going to feed into that today. I just chose, nope, that's just not what I'm going to give power to. That it's as simple as that.